Hello, my name is Tarawhona Bellevue, and I'm the founder of Today's Girl, Tomorrow's Woman. And I am also the Senior Managing Director for Network Expansion with NAF, formerly known as the National Academy Foundation. I am the co-founder of Today's Girl, Tomorrow's Woman, which was created over 7 years ago based upon my childhood experiences. Sometimes people see more in you than you see in yourself. My ninth grade algebra teacher asked me, "Hey, it seems that you're pretty good in math. Do you like it?" And I smiled, and of course I wanted to get an A, and I'm definitely a people pleaser. I said, absolutely. And from that day, she unlocked my passion for STEM and elevated me to really see my potential in mathematics. And with that, I wanted to do the same thing for other young women. And so we started Today's Girl, Tomorrow's Woman based upon those experiences and having that conversation. Now, NAF, where I am the Senior Managing Director, is an educational nonprofit that brings together educators, industry professionals, and community leaders to solve some of the biggest challenges facing education and the economy. A little history for you. Career and technical education was created to support the local economy. So when you think about careers in finance, hospitality and tourism, information technology, health sciences, very similar to some of the programs that you may be experiencing in your high school, I want you to consider how those pathways and careers actually support the local economy and how you, by being a part of that particular career, makes your local neighborhood and your community better. Are you a dreamer and want to connect with people? If so, starting a nonprofit job might be the one for you. As I shared, I had the vision and shared it with my mentor, Marsha Iverson. Then we connected with our network to help make this a reality. Some of the things that we do include fundraising, which allows us to be able to find sponsors for our event and look for in-kind donations where people will give us items for the swag bags. We also focus on the structure and designing the program to make sure that it is engaging and really does empower young women in our communities. And then we connect with a variety of vendors to deliver on this, from our keynote speakers to our photographer to the food to the venue. All of those things are coordinated by us as founders. Then we evaluate performance. We look at how we can scale it, grow the organization and the conference, and then we look for ways to innovate. So we started with maybe 100 young women at the high school level. Then we elevated to be able to include Today's Girl, Tomorrow's Women's clubs. And now we've spread to looking at other places across the country that we can offer the Today's Girl, Tomorrow's Women conference, such as like Detroit or in Charlotte, North Carolina. My work with NAF as a Senior Managing Director, I manage a team of about 5 people, and collectively we support academies in priority locations across the country. We work with school districts and business leaders to support educators. So we are fully aware that is your educators, your teachers that are really making an impact in your life. So our job is to make sure we bring them all the resources to be able to support you and your decisions in terms of your career pathway and life beyond high school. I travel about 75% of the time, and I have the opportunity to be able to connect with my team across the country. I've had many twists and turns in my career, from being a marketing communications manager to being a math and business teacher to being a department lead assistant principal to today as a senior managing director. I've acquired my bachelor's degree in business administration. I have a master's degree in secondary education with a concentration in mathematics and business, grades 7 through 12. I also have a master's degree in school building leadership with a certification in district leadership. So I can be a principal and I can also be a superintendent of schools. In addition, I have just completed an executive leadership program at Columbia University. However, most of my colleagues have anywhere from a master's degree, and they can range from a variety of different types of master's degrees. So it could be a master's degree in education, a master's degree in social work, a MSW. It could be, they could have their MBA. So a variety of opportunities. There are a small collection of individuals that work alongside me that have their doctorate. And typically they'll have a doctorate in education or educational policy. Well, today's Girl, Tomorrow's Woman team is a small team of about 3 people, but we rely heavily on volunteers and vendors to deliver annually on our conference. So we usually start planning about 9 months before the conference. The conference typically happens in March because that's Women's History Month. And so we'll plan throughout the year and build upon our relationships each year. As I referenced, when it comes down to NAF, I supervise a team of 5 people. And with most of us working remotely, we come together on a regular basis to share best practices. We do a lot of cross-functional teamwork. So thus we will work with the finance department to plan contracts and execute on grants. We may work with the Marcom department, so the marketing and communication department, to make sure the message is appropriate for the network, or help with branding a new academy and or school. So our logo, how we lay out our logo, the coloring, if we're doing any types of advertisement or marketing materials, those are all done working cross-functionally between the 2 teams. Today's Girl, Tomorrow's Woman offers an annual conference to connect over 150 New York City public school young women to over 50 professional women. This is an opportunity to learn, to share information, and build a bigger network. Lastly, we offer scholarships annually to help in the pursuit of higher education. NAF, which you may be familiar with, offers NAFTRAC certification. It gives the opportunity for young people to learn through taking career-themed courses, participate in work-based learning experiences, broaden your network, and connect to industry professionals. There are paid internship experiences and opportunities, and scholarships as well. In my current roles, there is no specialized study that is required. I benefit from having a strong understanding of business through my education and my work, and having lots of work experience in education. I have finally hit a point in my career that I can honestly say that this is my passion profession. I suggest you try many jobs so that you can find your passion profession. Do it sooner than I did. Relationships are essential as you discover and build your career. Mentors are important as they help you understand how to navigate the professional world. Some examples to expand your network by connecting, utilizing social media is also important, especially in today's marketplace. We should consider going to and participating in events and activities that matter to you, and work with programs like NAF and Today's Girl, Tomorrow's Woman, because it does open up additional doors and gives you an opportunity to connect with people that you may normally not be able to connect with. Sponsors will play a larger role for you when you advance in your career. They will say your name and shine a spotlight on you even when you are not in the room. So look forward to building your networks. And oftentimes I've found that mentors, sometimes if we're in the same profession, will become your sponsors over time. I thank you so much for your time. I hope this was insightful. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me at Bellevue, that's TBELLEVUE @naf.org, or tbellevue @todaysgirltomorrowswoman.com. Once again, thank you so much for your time. Have a wonderful day.